Today I'm sharing 5 powerful mindset habits that successful people use every day. These habits will change how you think about money, help you stay disciplined, and get you closer to the financial freedom you want. These aren't just ideas, they are practical shifts you can start making right now, no matter where you started from. Ready to change your money story? Let's dive in. If you want to build real wealth, not just get by, not just look successful, but actually feel financially grounded, the first habit you want to have is simple. Learn to see the big picture. That's it. Before you get into budgets, investments, side hustles, or wraps, you need to zoom out. Because money without direction just gets spent. And if you don't have a clear picture of what you're working toward, how will you ever know if you're on the right path? The big picture is your long game, your future home, your freedom to walk away from the job you hate, your ability to care for the people you love. It's not a Pinterest board or a dream journal, it's a map. And every financial decision you make either takes you closer to it or further away. Most people don't build wealth because they never take time to define what it means to them. So start there. Ask yourself, what kind of life do I want 10, 20 years from now? What does financial peace actually look like for me? And are my habits right now helping me build it? Because when you have a big picture in mind, everything else starts to click. Saving has a purpose, investing has a direction, and saying no to the things you don't need gets a whole lot easier. So if you are starting this journey, don't skip this. The first real step to building wealth is knowing what you are building toward. Once you've got a big picture in mind, the life you want, the goals you want to achieve, the next habit you want to build is this: be open to improvement. And yeah, that sounds simple, but let's be real, it's not always easy. Because being open to improvement means being honest. It means looking at your current habits, not just the ones that sound good, but the ones that quietly drain your money, your time, your peace, and saying, this isn't working, I can do better. And that takes humility. It takes letting go of the idea that you know everything or that you'll figure it out later. Here is the truth. Wealth doesn't just come from working harder, it comes from learning smarter, from paying attention to what's not working, from asking better questions, from being able to change, even if it's uncomfortable at first. So read the book, watch the video, talk to someone who's doing it better, review your spending, adjust your habits, try new tools, and don't take it personally if something needs fixing. That's how growth works. This habit, staying coachable, curious, and flexible, is a huge wealth multiplier. Because the moment you stop learning, your progress stalls. But when you stay open, there is always another level waiting for you. So be honest with yourself. Where are you doing well? Where could you do better? Improvement doesn't mean you failed, it means you care about your future enough to do it better than you did yesterday. And that mindset, that's how wealth is built. If you are serious about building wealth, you need to make decisions. That's the act part. But here is the habit that separates long-term success from short-term chaos. Act, but don't overreact. Money will always come with emotion. Markets go up or they crash, unexpected bills hit, a friend suddenly strikes at reach doing something you've never heard of. It's tempting to panic or to jump ship and chase wherever feels urgent. But overreacting financially can cost you more than any mistake. Because emotional reactions often undo years of smart planning in seconds. Here is the difference. Acting is thoughtful, it's intentional. It says, I've got a plan and I'm adjusting it with purpose. Overreacting is impulse, it's stress. It says, I'm scared and I want this feeling to go away right now. One moves you forward, another just makes noise. The most financially stable people aren't the ones who never make mistakes. They're the ones who stay calm when everything feels uncertain. They don't make investment decisions based on headlines. They don't throw their budget away because one month went off track. They adjust without abandoning the whole system. So ask yourself, when something unexpected happens, do I step back and think, or do I react out of fear? This habit, pausing, thinking, responding instead of reacting, it protects everything you are building. When it comes to money and life, there is always gonna be a lot you can't control. The economy, interest rates, job markets, unexpected expenses, even global events that ripple into your bank account. But the habit that keeps you steady through all of it is this: stay optimistic about what you can't control. That doesn't mean ignoring reality. It doesn't mean pretending things are fine when they are hard. It means choosing not to let uncertainty steal your focus, your energy, and your future. Because here is the truth. Worrying doesn't change what happens next, but it does drain your energy you could be using to adapt, to grow, to keep going. Optimism in this context isn't about blind hope, it's about perspective. It says, even if I don't control the storm, I can still control how I respond to it. It says, I trust myself to adjust, to stay consistent, to find a way through. The most resilient people, the ones who keep building wealth even through setbacks, aren't the ones with perfect conditions. They're the ones who keep showing up with a steady hand and a clear mindset, even when things get uncertain. And don't forget to watch an additional information on how resilience can be a key to your financial success. So if you're going to build this thing for the long haul, remind yourself. You don't need to predict everything, you just have to believe in your ability to move forward anyway. Stay grounded, stay flexible, and keep your eyes on what you can control: your habits, your mindset, and your next right step. Now, if you want to build lasting wealth, here is the truth that might surprise you. Boring is good. I know, it's not flashy, it's not exciting, it won't get clicks or likes. But the reality is, wealth rarely comes from sudden windfalls or wild risks. It comes from steady, consistent actions that might feel, well, boring. Paying bills on time, saving a little each paycheck, investing regularly, tracking your expenses, rebalancing your portfolio. These things aren't glamorous, but they work. Think about it. If every single day you're doing small, boring things that move you forward, over time, those add up into something huge. We live in a world obsessed with shortcuts and overnight success stories, but real wealth builders don't just wait for the next big thing. They show up every day and do the work, even when it feels dull or slow. So here is the mindset shift. Stop chasing excitement in your finances. Instead, embrace the steady, boring habits that build real security. Because boring isn't just safe, it's powerful. And it's the foundation of every lasting success. Building wealth isn't some secret club. You don't need a special invite or a magic formula. It all starts with your mindset and the habits you build every day. So if you're ready to take control of your financial future, start practicing these 5 habits right now. Remember, the journey might not just always be flashy, but it will be worth it. Thank you everyone for staying with me today, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone who's ready to get serious about their money. And drop a comment. What mindset habit are you starting with today?